everyone, it's Kristi. Let's finish up this journal. I've got all of my ephemera pieces here, and we already did the paper clips. I'm going to count that as one pocket, and we did the full page page topper pocket. So these are going to be super easy. I've taken 3 journal cards. I want to turn those into pockets. We've got these 3 file folders that can fold down, open for writing, so maybe we'll put some kind of closure on the side or somewhere when we get to that. I've got these 3 envelopes. They're little coin envelopes. So I'm thinking we could put these on the page as a tuck spot. And yeah, so I've got 3 of those. I've got 3 of everything, 1 for each signature. And then instead of cutting these in half, I went ahead and just folded them so we can have that for writing space as well. And then these will also be tuck spots. So let's get started. I think we'll just start with the corner tucks. These don't need a lot of special attention. Let's see, how do I want this? This is upside down this way, sideways. There we go. You want that one that way. Is that right? Yeah. And then this one can go this way as well. So I think I will run lace along the edge. I just opened this. So how's everyone doing? I apologize for not getting a video up on Friday. I was prepping. My son's birthday was Saturday. We had a little party for him. My baby boy, he's 23. And so, you know, we had friends over and did a little barbecue. Luckily we had good weather. So that was fun. But I spent the day on Friday with him, you know, going shopping, and we were going to go to lunch, but we ended up at Starbucks instead because he had eaten breakfast, so no lunch. But Starbucks works. All right. Now, I didn't put this over the top because I want to make sure this is the same so that when we open it, if we put the decorative edge over the edge, it won't open properly. So there we have that. And I think you know, I'm going to use this one. I did clean off my desk a little bit, as you can tell. I don't know how everything kind of moves in on me, and as I'm working. So let's go ahead and put all of this trim on, and then we'll add some little, maybe a cluster of some of that ephemera, because there is plenty of it. But yeah, I spent the morning cleaning off my desk, finding things. Oh, that's where that went. Or, well, what is this? I found a couple of things. I'm like, is this a mouse pad? Oh, okay, it's a small non-stick. Don't know where it came from, like a non-stick pad. Then I found the big ones. I was like, oh, okay, that's what that is. I don't know why I bought them or when, but you lose track, you know. I've been watching Froyle Art, F-R-O-Y-L-E. That's her name. Her name is Froyle Davies, I believe. I am having a blast watching her videos. First of all, she has a very, very awesome personality. I mean, she would be one of those people that you cannot walk away from hanging out with her without, I mean, you can't feel sad anymore because she's just so electric. That's the only way I can think of it. I love watching her videos. And anyway, she's been doing collage on the gel plate, and I'm just like, okay, I've been wanting to do some gel plate anyway, so Yeah, now I really want to do it. And she does, like, she'll do a layer of light paint or ink or something, and then she'll put her collage stuff on there upside down, and then put a layer of paper over it and more paint, and I mean just layers, and it's so fun. I also have been wanting to do some of Carrie the Crafters. Like he did one that was butterflies, the one pull. I love those. Alright, what can we put on here? So we've got, this one's going to need a little bit more, but let's do a butterfly on this one because I think it'll show up here. I'm going to stick some other stuff behind it, but alright, so there's a butterfly. Let's do a bird. Can we do a bird over here? That'll pretty much take up the whole thing. That's two birds. That would be okay. Yeah, I don't want it hanging over, so I think I could make that work. And then what else have we got? Some flowers here. I got these separated. So there's the birds. So we've got, perfect. I love that. Okay, so let's do those. Let's see if we've got some smaller pieces. Got some little circles. I don't want something that's too, you know, going to conflict with the focal point. So maybe something like this would be better. Don't want it upside down. But that says, yeah. Then we have this clock. Oh, this one is First United Kingdom. That would work. And I've got a number 10. Oh, I've got the word joy. I like that. Maybe I'll put that on here with this bird. I can trim off a little bit of that, I think. And if it's on this edge, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I might just put that over the top. Yep. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, and I'm going to need my ink. What did I do with that? Put my scissors. I actually have room for my scissors up there right now. But that'll change. So we are using the hickory smoke. So we are going out of town for a couple of days, going to go to the coast, to Morro Bay, and stay for our anniversary, 32 years on Thursday. Can't believe it. Seems, it doesn't seem real. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Not going to ink the back, but I will ink the inside. And that fold, because I just like that. Also, I feel like it gives me two places to write if I want. So, let's see, and what else? When we come back from the coast, we're going to go to our little local dinner theater on, I think, Sunday. Yes, I know it is Sunday. We're going to go see My Fair Lady. So that'll be fun. Everything that they do there is fun. We love going there. So we try to go a couple times a year if we can. So other than that, I've got my daughter's birthday is in November. We've got Thanksgiving. We've got Christmas. So much stuff going on at the church. So busy, busy, busy. This one didn't cut very well, did it? We'll ink it. There we go. That's better. Alright, so let's glue these down. Try to get that one toward the top. Get our butterfly. And we could probably, okay, I want to make sure that I'm not going over that, so I'm going to move it to the left a little bit. Normally I would put it a little to the right, but that'll work. I was going to say we could put a little bling on that butterfly if we want to. Alright, let's put this one here. So these are kind of going to be the similar. Want it down far enough that it's not going to hinder opening that for writing. Oh, I didn't ink the other ones, did I? I only inked that first one. Okay, well I can do that after. Okay, this one is completely done. Okay, we'll put that there. This one needs a little ink here. Boy, that glue is cold. All right, good. And let's do Joy. Okay, this one I also apparently did not ink. So we'll do that real quick. I really like this hickory smoke. I need to get some of the spray. I don't have all the sprays and stuff. I think I only have maybe 3 or 4 sprays because I get them at Hobby Lobby and that's all they carry. So let's see. These are the opposite, right? So I was trying to remember which way I was going to do this one. I think I was going to do it this way with the stripes going up and down. Yeah, this way. That way I make sure I put that bird on the right way. I am going to trim this down just a smidge. See if that helps a little bit to make sure I can get that all on there. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. It's okay to have it hanging over here. Filled up my glue bottles, consolidated some of my Fabri-Tac bottles. So I have it on subscription with Amazon so that I get a discount on other things. And make sure that's not gluey. Although I think I'm just going to snip that off and be none the wiser there. You stay. Doesn't want to... Did I not get glue on that part? I did. I need a little bit more. And now it's going to ooze out, watch. Okay, now we'll put Joy on, and we'll have our 3 pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and finish everything here today, and then I will glue everything into the book and come back with a flip through. This video might be a little bit longer than what we usually do. We'll see how long. I might speed some portions up where I'm not talking or whatever. So, alright, here we have 3 corner flips ready to go. Alright, and you know, as I said, we needed 18 pockets because we had 18 tags. So let's put these together. I don't think we need more than that. And glue around here. These are little coin envelopes. Excuse me. There were 4 of these in the collection. I do want to ink right here. This probably isn't going to show. Why am I inking on that side? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. See, you can glue them this way and have this opening. Or what I should have done, and what I may do now, let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can get that in there. I think I want to glue this down inside. So let's just see if we can do that without making too much of a mess. There we go. Alright, and I also am trying not to get too much glue on my desk. Probably should use some of these book pages over here. Alright, so that way I've got those other tags. Where did I put those? Not tags. Pictures. These that I was going to use for pockets. They're long and narrow, and I think these will go perfectly in these pockets. In fact, I'll probably put a tab on them. I'm not sure if I want to go this way. Yeah, see, they fit perfectly in this pocket, just sticking out. So I'll probably put these on the page standing up, and then we can just put a tab on these. And so this will be here like this. We'll put a little tab on it, and we'll do some kind of a cluster something something there. And then yeah, we'll have the tuck spot. We'll glue it onto the page that way. Alright, so one down. Now that we know what we're doing, we'll glue that there, and then I don't need to ink that part either. So I'm gluing the larger flap, and then just put that there, and then the bottom. My husband just came in here all stealthy like. I didn't even know he was in here. Okay. There we go. Perfect. And then I've got to find those tabs. So, yeah, I'm going to glue this piece down just to make it so that we can get in and out of those pockets easy enough. You could leave it, cut it, whatever. Alright. That one I put. That's the one hazard about filling your glue bottle. The glue comes out. I mean, you need to have it where the glue comes out when you're doing the fabric, but sometimes on the paper it's better when not so much comes out. There we go. I think I got it. Alright. Alright, and then we have this one. Definitely need to put some kind of focal point on this one. You could leave the other ones if you didn't want to do anything with them because they've got the background texture. But, let's see. We have some of these. I'm just wondering. So we could put a writing spot on it. This is all writing spots. Okay. Let's see what we've got in here, because they're, you know, one of these might be cute on the front, and then just, I like that actually. I like that a lot. And then I could trim off a little bit of that. What else have we got? Need another vertical one, like that. Perfect. Let's do that, and then run some lace across the bottom. I want to use all this stuff up. There's so much ephemera, and I don't know why, but every month I print everything out. It's because I love it all so much, and I need to just print out what I'm going to use. But then I find that I'll print what I think I'm going to use, and then I end up printing piece by piece by piece anyway. So I would just prefer to have it all printed. The problem is I don't use it all, and then it just goes in my scraps, and you know how that is. They multiply in there. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to trim it down. The other two I might have to trim a little bit. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty. Alright. And I'm just going to stick this in here for now because I don't have those tabs. I don't know if I'm going to punch them or what. Let's run some lace across the bottom. Across the bottom or across the side? Didn't I just... Why is it not... There it is. Yeah, if we put it across the bottom, I think I like that. So let me straighten this up. Okay. Yeah, see, for the fabric, you want it to come out like that because you want that fabric to stay. Yeah. Pretty good. You know, these are getting to where they're not cutting either. Need to cut some foil or something. Alright. I'm not too concerned about that being curled over because when we glue it to the page, we can put some glue under there and take care of it. So I'm not going to ink these right now. We'll ink. I'll worry about that later. Alright, so this one I need to take down maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch is all. Let's get this here. It's just got that a lot of space at the top. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do 1/4 of an inch. That'll make it 3.5. They're not going to be together, so they don't have to be the same. But let's go ahead and do this one too. I'll just trim off 1/8 of this one. Be right above that design. Let's see how that works. Yeah, let's take off just a smidge from the bottom as well. I mean, it's already got the lines cut off, so it's not a big deal. Okay, yeah, just a smidge, so that'll work. Sorry about the noise. Just slamming that down. Alright, so ink. I forgot to put the glue lid in. Probably be fine, but I do want to and I may go through the words and come back. These have words on them, so they probably don't need anything. Maybe not. But maybe on those corner pockets, come back with a word. Yeah, I really like these. These turned out better than I thought in my head. So I got to put some ink on the bottom of that, or not ink. Lace. I'm reading a book. That lace reminds me of the book. I'm reading this book about this cowboy who delivers a baby, and she wants to name the baby after him, but his name is Mark Wallace, and she's like, I don't want to name her after Mark, but I figured I might take the end of your name. And so she said, I'm thinking she's going to name it Lace? Huh, that's interesting. And then she said Lacey. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So, I don't know anybody named Lacey. I know Gracie. There we go. I'm thinking if I go back farther on this, yeah, I have a tendency to clip and it's sharper back here. All right. Good. Let's even up, guys. This is the Hobby Lobby trim. It's just like the one I used to buy at Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree jacked the prices up and it's not really a bargain anymore. It's a little bit cheaper at Hobby Lobby if you get the when it's 30% off or 40% off, whatever it goes to. Then it ends up being a much better deal. Same size roll. Okay. All right. So we've got 3 more pockets. All right, what's next? I'm not sure what to do with these file folders, to be honest. I guess just put a cluster on them of some sort. I do have some other journal cards that might be, well, I'm thinking if we use the journal cards, we could make another pocket on the front, right? You know what I mean? Like something like that. Could do. This one's kind of narrow. There's all kinds of ephemera in here. So any of these would work. This is vertical. She's cute. She's too big. These are here's another horizontal one. Those might be cute with those as pockets on the front. Here's a nice one. Or even this. No, too tall. But any of these could be used inside. Oh, there's that. It's cute. I think I like that. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Because these are vertical. Yeah, that's a nice one though. What if I did that on here? Well, I don't want something that detailed for that. What if I did that on here and this on here? Yeah. I think I like that. Okay. We made a decision. I love these old vintage advertisements. Okay, just, you know, one more way to add an extra pocket, and then these have the writing space inside. I'll fast forward through all this inking. Alright, I think on these, well no, maybe not. I was going to say I put the lace straight across the middle, but I think I want to put the pockets on first so I can figure out where I want. This one's perfect for a pocket. You can see I ran out of ink on this one. Ran out of yellow. They've started sending me a replacement. They sent me 2 of everything, and now they're sending replacements faster, so that's kind of nice. I'm just going to do that right there, closer to the bottom. Okay, I don't know how much lace I want to put on this because I want to make sure that there's, you know, it's for writing inside. So maybe just across there. I don't know, or maybe none at all because I could put lace on the things that are in the pocket. We'll see. And you know me, I'll change my mind 3 times before I actually do it. Well, they say it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Okay, so right in the middle, about the same place I put that one. especially since this is in the middle. I want to make sure I'm getting that properly placed. All right, and then this one. All right, right there. Charles Moody's Variety Store. Okay, so these are going to be glued on full-on pocket to the page. So I don't want to do the lace the same way I did the last one. What if I do a piece across the top here, or down the side? What if I do it down the side? I don't want to do it across the bottom. So yeah, let's just do across the side. I'm going to straighten this up. Now, question is, do I want this way? Yes, let's do it that way. Just a tiny bit hanging over. In fact, we could have done that. We could have put it on the back, but that's okay. All right, so one, and I'll do this one on the other side. Not that it matters. I'm going to do it across this way because I feel like this has a right and wrong side. It probably doesn't really, but the way it comes out on the roll, it seems like this is the flatter. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. All right. All right, and we could put that on both sides, but then I'm not sure. Yeah, already it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be tight. I think it'll work, but I'm going to move this in just a tad. Because I didn't realize those were that wide. Just barely hanging over. Yeah, so that's a 5-inch pocket. Yeah, this one will be fine. All right, we'll just make sure that we keep our trim inside at all times. All right, this one I'm just going to do this little side over here. Oh, I did this one backwards. Let's do that. There we go. Trim that off. All right. Good. All right. So 3 more pockets, and then we'll decide we have to put something in there. We'll decide that in a little bit. And so the last pocket that we have, I guess I should make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I am. All right. Is these. And yeah, I think I'm just going to put a little piece of trim and a word. So let's find some words. I like these, they're kind of pink, so we'll ink those. Find your way. I need to straighten them out too. God is at the helm. And I like that. Let's see if there's anything. I kind of like this writing better. Let's do Today Is Your Day. Lots of different fonts. Oh, here we go. Cool, calm, and collected. That's good. All right. Those are great. And so because I've already divided these up, these will go right into my containers that I have, you know, the little tiny ones, little photo thingamajiggers. So I think I'm just going to put like an inch, you know, just a little bit of texture. I've got lots of lists left. I don't want them all to be the same, so let's ink these. Ink and think, as Gail would say. I thought about putting a thumb notch, but then I thought, nah, I don't think we need it. I am going to, let's see, these are 4.5. I'm going to have to glue really close to the edge because our tags are, yeah, I think they'll be okay. We'll have plenty of room. I think our tags are 3.5, so that should be fine. All right. I will fast forward through the inking. Okay, so next I need to even these up because I did not cut these well. That's not, I'm gonna have to use my bigger scissors to go straight. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, this one I think I can get a little bit closer. Yeah, that will be good. This one's way crooked. Let's do, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so what I'm thinking is just putting a piece of lace right here. Just like that. Just for a little bit of texture. And this one can go in the middle. All right, and then I need to ink these. I've got glue all over my fingers. And then when I was filling my bottles, and I had a couple of these that had just a smidge in them, so I wanted to put that together. And somehow I wiped off the tops and picked up the rag, and I got all kinds of glue inside my ring. But I don't ever take this ring off, so my sister gave it to me years ago. I think it's Origami Owl. That's where she got it. All right, so today is the day. I like that. Pretty. All right, and good things are coming. I remind myself of that during this time. I'm not a fall person, not at all. And I really, well, as soon as the time change happens, I'll be counting the days until it changes back, because I have seasonal affective disorder. I'm not kidding. I get depressed in the winter, and it's hard. I think I'll put this. I think I'm going to put it right here under that butterfly. All right. Yeah, just that little scrap makes a big difference. All right, so there we go. We have all of our pockets ready to go to be, oh, I missed one, to be put in the book. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue those in and put our tags in, and I think our books will be full. So I will come back with a flip through. We may have to do a closure. I haven't done a closure yet. So anyway, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye now.